Hey everyone, welcome back to another Outriders video. I hope that everybody is having an absolutely fantastic day. But anyway, in today's video, we're going to go over some of the best expeditions in order to almost always be able to get gold, even on tier 15, if you guys are that high enough. However, if you guys aren't high enough in your ETs, then this is a great way to be able to actually go ahead and increase. Now, the reason that I'm actually going to go over some of these specific expeditions in today's video is honestly, they do give you plenty of time in order to actually go ahead and complete them. And for the most part, there is actually not that many bosses that you actually have to deal with. Now, there are two of them, in my opinion, that are extremely easy. You can easily go ahead and get them done as quick as you possibly can. And honestly, getting it done on CT15, I've been able to get it done with 5 minutes or more to go ahead and spare. So I know that you guys are probably even better at this game than I am. So you guys should absolutely have no problem in order to actually go ahead and accomplish some of these same times that I'm actually getting. Now, the one that you obviously are seeing here on the screen right now for the gameplay, it is the Archways of Enoch. This one is actually really easy. Now, the only part of this entire expedition that I don't really like, because I just don't like this aspect of the expeditions in general anyway, is where you have to wait inside of a circle, and as soon as any of the enemies get inside of that circle, ultimately you are kind of just stuck. So and then you have to get rid of all the enemies to start the timer again, so that the pillar actually goes and drops down. But that's kind of neither here nor there. So what I would like to actually show you guys is how quickly I was actually able to do this. I was actually able to complete this on tier 15, and I'm going to show you guys the entire expedition so you guys have no problem, and you can see the entire thing completely unedited from start to finish, and even some of the loot that I get. But you guys should be able to get gold every single time, and definitely and drastically improve your chances at getting those legendary drops and finding something that you might be missing. Now, just a quick tip in here: if you guys haven't done all of your expeditions and at least completed them on bronze, I highly recommend that you guys go through, and regardless of what tier that you're playing on, that you go ahead and complete all of them. Obviously, Eye of the Storm can only be done at tier 15. It's the only opportunity that you get. I do recommend that you guys do it with a group of people. It is by far the easiest way to go ahead and do that, but that's a completely different story. I've tried many times to actually complete Eye of the Storm on my own, and I have been unsuccessful in doing so. So just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and talk about the other one that you guys are going to be able to go ahead and do. And in my opinion, it is actually the Colosseum. Now, the Colosseum, for the most part, has almost no real big end bosses. Yes, there's a couple big adds towards the very end, but they're kind of spread out. They're not in a big group. Whereas like on the chem plant, you get to a certain area and you have to deal with 4 of them at the exact same time. And it's going to be the same way at the Drought Palace, and it makes it a little bit tougher for those players that are a little bit lower of a tier, or even struggling with gaining certain mods to make your character unstoppable. And I don't recommend those at all. So the Colosseum and the Archways of Enoch are some of the best ones, and once you get used to chem plant, getting gold on chem plant is actually very simple, even though they actually drastically nerf the time on that one. Now, obviously, Archways of Enoch is going to give you the longest opportunity to go ahead and get gold, which is at 15 minutes. And you're going to see that I was able to complete this expedition, as far as the gameplay goes, in under 10 minutes, which means I was able to do it in less than 60% of the time that was allocated to this, with tier 15 being done with the character that I like playing as. Colosseum is a little over 12 minutes, which is all right. But for the most part, you should be able to complete it right about that 10-minute mark as well. However, I do find that this one, obviously 2 minutes compared to saving yourself 5 minutes. If you guys want the better of the opportunities, then obviously stay with Archways of Enoch, which is why I'm recommending doing that one first, and why I'm actually showing the gameplay footage of it because there isn't very many end bosses. Yes, there's a couple big dudes at the very end, but really not that many. Now, obviously, if you are doing this with friends, then honestly, you guys will have to do, it will be a little bit more of a struggle, and they will be a little bit harder, so just keep that in mind. And then the last one, in my opinion, is Chem Plant, even though you have to deal with 4 of them at an entire time. But there is 2 opportunities to quickly move beyond the Chem Plant and skip areas where you don't have to necessarily wait, which can actually save you a ton of time, even though that specific expedition was nerfed. I hope this information does help you guys out. You should be able to get gold, especially if you guys are playing on that tier 13, 14, or 15. You should be getting golds hopefully every other or at least every 3rd expedition that you guys are doing. And obviously the chances are higher on CT15. A majority of the expeditions that I do actually do anyway are CT14, and I have a video explaining why I actually do them on CT14 versus either CT13 and even CT15. So make sure that you guys go and check that video out. But if you guys do have questions regarding anything that we went over in today's video, by all means, leave a comment down below, because I'd love to be able to help you guys out if I possibly can. But if you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.
Outrider, there's a storm coming your way.
There's a well here, spewing anomaly energy. It's creating the storm. That's what's causing the vibration.
At least I know I haven't completely lost my mind. Now get out of there.